Um, Tonight's post isn't really a whole lot about bipolar. It's more about just, in general, my being pissed off today. Or having sat through a church sermon that pissed me off today is more like it. Which is bad to say, I think. I guess. I don't I don't know. I found it very offensive, though, and couldn't believe the ignorance that I was listening to, talking about the evil in people and just how some people are just evil in general, and once you're saved, you're completely not like that, and just, I know that's the message that, you know, us as Christians are taught and stuff. Maybe it has to do with my kind of agnostic views right now. I've never wanted to get up and walk out of a church in the middle of a service before, and it really, really offended me, and I just could not believe what I was hearing, and I don't ever want to raise my children going to a place that is going to teach messages quite like that against people who have any sort of mental illness or anything like that. I mean, it's one thing to just be ignorant and not want to learn about things, but to say that people with mental illness, that they all just use it as an excuse and you still know what you're doing, that's not the fucking case. That's not the case at all. A lot of the time, we have altered realities at times. It's not something that we choose to have. If you choose to have that, I'm sorry, but when you have an illness, and it's not just bipolar, it's any type of, I'm going to say mental illness, but there are other things I'm sure that can go along with it. It really pisses me off when people just say that it's an excuse and that people are just evil and it's the devil making them do something. No, you have a fucking disease. You have something that's wrong with you. You can't control it. You can try to manage it, but that's not 100% guaranteed, and things can still happen. That doesn't mean that somebody's an evil person or that the devil's making them do things. It means they have something just wrong with their brain. You know, it's not a fun thing. It's not a lighthearted thing. It's not something to stigmatize people for because they have something like this. It's out of their control. So to sit back and just say that people do these awful, heinous crimes just because they're evil, that's not always the case. You don't know. And unless you know that person, you know their history, don't fucking say a word about them. I mean, I'm sure it can be a bad person, and there are bad people that may not even have anything wrong with them, that they just do these things. Psychopaths. They're not always mentally ill. So, well, I guess they kind of are. I don't know, I'm still really frustrated over the whole thing. It bothered me that people would not think, you know what, maybe somebody is evil that's doing things, but to just go out there and just attack people who have mental illness and say that they're using it as just an excuse and that they're evil and they haven't been saved, bite me. That's not always the case. I've been saved. I grew up in a church, and I'm still capable of doing things wrong. Not because I choose to do them, but because there's neurotransmitters that go fucking nuts in my brain that make things happen, that make me live in an altered reality. I don't choose that. If I did, my altered reality would be at a fucking beach all the time. It wouldn't be a violent thing. We don't control how that happens. We don't control any of that. And it was just pure and utter ignorance, and it just really pissed me off. So I just wanted to share that because it really, really bummed me. I don't know. Just really bothered me. So anyway, I hope you guys' day was better, and I hope you all had a great weekend. The rest of my weekend has been great, other than that. And, yeah, I hope you have a good one, and catch you on the flip side.